Brought to you by WikiVidi Documentaries. Royal Borough of Kensington and Chelsea. The Royal Borough of Kensington and Chelsea is an inner London borough. As the smallest borough in London and the second smallest district in England, it is one of the most densely populated in the United Kingdom. The borough is immediately west of the City of Westminster, and east of the London Borough of Hammersmith and Fulham. It contains major museums and universities in Albertopolis, department stores such as Harrods, Jones and Harvey Nichols, and embassies in Belgravia, Knightsbridge and Kensington Gardens. It is home to the Notting Hill Carnival, Europe's largest. It contains many of the most expensive residential places in the world. The local authority is Kensington and Chelsea London Borough Council. History. The borough was created in 1965 from the former boroughs of Kensington and Chelsea. Kensington's royal borough status was inherited by the new borough. The new borough was originally to be called just Kensington. The inclusion of Chelsea was locally supported. Demographics. At the 2011 census, the borough had a population of 158,649 who were 71% white, 10% Asian, 5% of multiple ethnic groups, 4% Black African and 3% Black Caribbean. Due to its high French population, it has long held the unofficial title of the 21st arrondissement of Paris. In 2005, the borough had more of its land covered by domestic buildings than anywhere else in England at 19%, over half the national average. It also had the fifth highest proportion of land covered by non-domestic buildings at 12%. As of 2010, statistics released by the Office for National Statistics showed that life expectancy at birth for females was 89.8 years in 2008 to 2010, the highest in the United Kingdom. Male life expectancy at birth for the same period was 85.1 year. The figures in 1991 to 1993 were significantly lower, 73.0 years for males and 80.0 for females. Further investigation indicates a 12-year gap in life expectancy between the affluent wards of Chelsea and the most northerly wards of North Kensington, which have high levels of social housing and poverty. The borough has a higher proportion of high earners than any other local government district in the country. It has the highest proportion of workers in the financial sector, and the lowest proportion working in the retail sector. In December 2006, Sport England published a survey which showed that the borough's residents were the fourth most active in England in sports and other fitness activities. 27.9% of the population participate at least 3 times a week for 30 minutes. Figures released in 2013 by London's Poverty Profile, a joint project between New Policy Institute and Trust for London, found Kensington and Chelsea to have the greatest imbalance between high and low earners. The top quarter earn at least £41 per hour, 3.5 times the level of the lowest quarter at £12 per hour or less. Politics. Train departing from Earl's Court Station, London W8. Two of its more notable council leaders were Nicholas Freeman, from 1977 until 1989, and Sir Merrick Cockle, who held the position from 2000 to 2013. The council has 42 Conservative, 9 Labour and 3 Liberal Democrat councillors. The Labour or Liberal councillors have tended to date to have represented areas of the borough with pockets of economic deprivation. Some marginal wards in the borough are concentrated towards the north. where North Kensington meets Kilburn, Kensal Rise, Green and Ladbroke Grove. All the wards in Holland Park, Notting Hill, Kensington, South Kensington, and Chelsea are termed under the first-past-the-post electoral system safe seats based on their results since the council's creation in 1965. The borough has combined a number of services and departments with its neighbours, Hammersmith and Fulham and Westminster City Council. The borough is divided between two constituencies represented in the House of Commons of the Parliament of the United Kingdom, Kensington, held by Emma Dent Coad for the Labour Party, and Chelsea and Fulham, held by Greg Hands for the Conservative Party. At the 2005 general election, the borough was divided differently, Kensington and Chelsea, held by Sir Malcolm Rifkind for the Conservative Party, and Regent's Park and Kensington North, held by Karen Buck for the Labour Party. Rifkind held the Kensington seat until the 2015 general election, when he stood down after becoming embroiled in a scandal, uncovered by a television investigation, over accepting money in return for access to influential British diplomats and politicians. Public transport. Underground. The borough has 12 tube stations on 6 of the 12 London Underground lines: Bakerloo Line, Central Line, Circle Line, District Line, Hammersmith and City Line, Piccadilly Line, with stations at South Kensington, Gloucester Road, Kensington High Street, Earls Court, Sloane Square, West Brompton, Olympia, Notting Hill Gate, Holland Park, Latimer Road, Knightsbridge, Westbourne Park, Ladbroke Grove, and partly Kensal Green. Chelsea has less underground access than Kensington, the only station within Chelsea being Sloane Square. There are long-term plans for the Chelsea Hackney Line, with a station in the King's Road near Chelsea Old Town Hall, and possibly another at Sloane Square. Its estimated completion is 2022. National Rail and Overground. Paddington and Victoria are the nearest major railway termini and national rail stations in the borough, Kensington and West Brompton, and partly Kensal Green, all both served by the London Overground. Buses. Many London bus routes pass through the borough, most of them along King's Road, Fulham Road, Kensington High Street and Ladbroke Grove. Travel to work. In March 2011, the main forms of transport that residents used to travel to work were Underground, Metro, Light Rail, Tram. 23.6% of all residents aged 16 to 74 driving a car or van, 8.2%. On foot, 8.2%, bus, minibus or coach, 8.0%, work mainly at or from home, 7.0%, bicycle, 3.1%, train, 2.1%. Possible new Crossrail station. The Borough Council is pushing for an additional Crossrail station in the north of the borough, at Kensal off Ladbroke Grove and Canal Way. A turnback facility will have to be built not too far west of Paddington, and siting the turnback at Kensal rather than next to Paddington would provide a frequent service, helping to regenerate the area. London Mayor Boris Johnson stated that a station would be added if it met 3 tests. It must not delay construction of Crossrail, it must not compromise performance of Crossrail or any other railway, and it must not increase Crossrail's overall cost. In response, the Borough Council agreed to underwrite the projected £33 million cost of the station to the extent that Section 106 payments from the promoters of property developments expected near the station do not reach this sum. The council funded a consultancy study, which concluded that in many scenarios a Kensal station would not compromise Crossrail performance. TfL is conducting a feasibility study on the station. The project is supported by local MPs. The residents of the borough, National Grid, retailers Sainsbury's and Cath Kidston, and Jenny Jones. It is also supported by the adjoining London Borough of Brent. Economy. The head office of Daily Mail and General Trust is in the Northcliffe House in Kensington. Round Hill Capital has its headquarters in Chelsea. Sonangle Limited, a subsidiary of the Sonangle Group, has its head office in Mervale House in Kensington. Religion. The borough has a number of notable churches, including Brompton Oratory, Roman Catholic Chelsea Old Church, Church of England Holy Trinity Brompton, Church of England St Columba's Church, Pont Street, Church of Scotland St Luke's Church, Chelsea, Sydney Street, Church of England St Mary Abbots, Church of England, St Sophia's Cathedral, Greek Orthodox Church Kensington Temple, Elim Pentecostal Church. It is home to a small Spanish and Portuguese synagogue, several mosques and the Sikh Central Gurudwara in Holland Park. There are two Armenian churches, St Sarkis Armenian Church and Church of St Yegish. According to the 2001 census, 24% of the borough's population identified themselves as being non-religious or chose not to state their faith. Universities. English National Ballet School in the heart of Chelsea. Royal College of Art, the main campus, is in South Kensington, with the Sculpture Department in Battersea. Royal College of Music. Imperial College London, the main campus is in South Kensington. Haythrop College, a constituent college of the University of London specialising in theology and philosophy. Richmond, the American International University in London, the secondary campus is in Kensington. Fordham University maintains a campus through a partnership with Haythrop College. Public libraries. Libraries include the Kensington Central Library, Chelsea Library, Kensal Library, Brompton Library, North Kensington Library and the Notting Hill Gate Library. The French community. The number of French people living in Britain has increased every year since 1991. According to French government statistics, it jumped by 8,716 in 2006, the biggest gain in at least 20 years. French people live throughout much of London, but particularly in Kensington. There are several French schools, officially classed as independent schools in Britain, as they are not maintained or owned by local councils or the department for education. La Petite École Française in West London and the Lycée Français Charles de Gaulle in South Kensington are among them. Thank you for watching. Brought to you by WikiVidi Documentaries. Please like and subscribe below. Please like and subscribe below.